Hey guys, this is the Sagittarius, the general reading for July of 2018. First off, I want to say a couple things. Like, share, subscribe, comment, hit the bell, because sometimes I also do other videos with other titles, so in case you're interested in those, they'll populate for you. I just want to say thank you to everybody who supported my channel, left comments, shared their stories, left donations, and helped support my channel to help the flow of the energy give back. But just the ones that have really shown their appreciation, it's definitely not necessary, but it's very much appreciated. It really helps for my channel to grow and help me to give back to others and do what I'm doing. So thank you either way. This is for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. If you have significant, placements of like Sagittarius in your chart, or if you're just called to watch this reading and you resonate with it. I think it's it. Like, share, subscribe, comment, hit the bell though. Really do that. Let me know if this resonates with you. Share your guys' journey. That really means a lot when people do that. I'm sorry if I feel kind of down. I'm not really sure if it's me or if it's just the energy. But I feel just really energetically subdued. Kind of have this feeling too, like I'm just really weighed down with a lot of things that might be going on. Kind of excited for a new start, or I don't know if excited would be the right word. I think maybe that energetically my body would really appreciate a new start or a new cycle. Because I just think whatever this is that's going on has really weighed on you, and it's been a lot. There's been a lot of pondering, a lot of thinking, a lot of just trying to figure things out. I also feel a certain level of spiritual growth or spiritual lessons, even if it's to the degree of finding who you are again or finding your strength. So we'll just get started. You have, for the center of the reading, you have the Two of Pentacles and the Nine of Swords. So I think there might be change happening around you, but I kind of get this idea too, like either things are changing around you and you're really just in your head and anxious and it's like really hurting you. But I kind of more get that there's a decision for you to make and you're really anxious about it. Like you might even be split up a little about it. Like if you look, one of these, it's hurting them. And the other one, they're kind of like, no, it's almost like the good guy and the evil guy in a way. And these sheets, this blanket looks, like water. Almost like they're drowning in their emotions and their thoughts over not only the change that's going on in your life or possible change that you might be coming in your life, because of a decision that I think you're trying to make, a decision that you're hoping the outcome will bring you balance, which is kind of funny actually, because I think you're the Temperance card is your guys' card. And it's about a balance. So I think you guys are really trying to figure out how to make a decision to bring you guys balance. What is the right decision? What is it going to mean? Like, what change will happen because of this decision? So just really being in your head and in your emotions about this. What's crossing this decision is you have the Star card. And at the top of this, you have faith. So, you know, what do you really want? What is really right for you? What path should you take? And when I clarified this, you know, you had the Two of Wands. So, yeah, what path should you take? What decision should you make? What is going to either give you back the world or is going to help you expand or help you feel better, and that is not going to make you feel stuck? Like how this wand is just stuck right here. Like, you don't want to feel stuck anymore. And at the bottom of this Star card, there's Aquarius. I don't know how well you'll be able to see it, but I guess you can take my word for it. It says Aquarius down there. And I know there's a lot more to Aquarius, but the part I'm kind of getting from this, from Aquarius, is a level of, you know, Aquarius is a lot of times, a lower vibrational one can have an unhealthy level of detachment, but a balanced Aquarius or an evolved one can have a healthy level of detachment. Like there's just a big essence of detachment from them. A lot of people think that Aquarius has come across as very detached. Maybe someone around you think is detached, or is detaching from you, or you're detaching from them, or you're just really trying to figure out how to make this decision, or if you want to make this decision about detaching from somebody, or they are detaching from you. And you're really in your head about either making this decision or this being done to you and the change that it's causing in your life. Like, what does this mean for your life now? What does this mean for your path now? Where do things go now? And because I feel like what's going on here is bringing a new path in your life, and it's really asking you, you know, with the faith up here, to have faith in this situation. I really feel like a lot of this is divinely guided, whether it's for lessons or to put you, this is to put you on your correct path. Like, this is the Star card. It's to help you grow. It's to help you expand. And what's at the foundation of this reading, or the more distant past, is you have the Hierophant. So, and it says spirituality at the top. I think you might, maybe whatever's gone on in this situation, because this very much could be like a love situation, but also a work or something like that. This doesn't have really strong love. I think most people's are going to be love or relationship, but I definitely get somewhat of a career or career vibe as well. But, you know, and for the Hierophant, that is Taurus too. So not only is it of what you value and relationships, but, you know, work life, money too. Like, what I think you really started really connecting in with yourself and who you are and what you want, and just your inner spirituality. And spirituality doesn't always have to go, outside of you or religion based. It's going within and finding out who you are or what you want, or I don't know. I just feel like you've kind of started ascending to a certain level of just being more in alignment with who you are. And maybe this situation didn't align anymore with who you are. It could have to do with a marriage or a commitment, family. There could have been conflict or change, within a marriage. It's almost just like you've been enlightened or started seeing things differently about a connection or a commitment or a marriage that you were in, or you have just now walked down more of like a spiritual path, or I don't know. I just feel like maybe this situation, this job, or this relationship, whatever it is, just isn't vibing with you anymore. It doesn't align anymore with what you want. It's more like now, like it holds you back, and you want something new, something different, like something that helps you expand. I mean, Sagittariuses are very much about, expansion, especially worldly and spiritually. And I just think that maybe in a lot of ways, whatever situation this was, it really held you back. It almost limited you in a way. And because of this, in the more distant past, kind of illumination or enlightenment or just alignment that you started having, it now gave you some new thoughts and inspiration. In your recent past, you have the Ace of Wands and you have the Six of Wands. So some type of inspiration or beginning or thought or passion or something has really now made you feel really good and possibly alive again. But as I was laying the cards down, I also got this vibe of adding these together, and that's the Seven of Wands. And that's being like kind of really defensive, starting to build your guard up, or people coming at you. Like you have to defend yourself, or like you're on a higher ground, maybe even. And it was like after that, you started getting like a lot of Seven of Wands. I think including this being put together, you have 3, maybe 4, but at least 3 Seven of Wands. So I don't know. Maybe that's why this isn't vibing with you. Like maybe you're growing and this situation isn't growing with you. The paths aren't parallel anymore, or integrated, depending on how you look at it. I don't like to say that people like become one. I think you go parallel, but either way, it's like the paths aren't going parallel anymore. And you might have to feel like the more and more you're coming into who you are and what you want and what's just vibing with you now as you're growing, you're having to defend yourself because it doesn't align with something else. It either doesn't align with this marriage or commitment. It doesn't align with what society views as a norm or what's right. Maybe even with your family or your children, it doesn't totally align with that, or what, society would view as right for that. However, I have to say in the Six of Wands, a lot of people are cheering them on. But there may be a few people, or at least one person, that they're not liking your change or your growth. Or this might be just how you're feeling inside. Crowning the situation, or kind of in your conscious thoughts, you have the Seven of Cups. This card has a few extra cards. The Crown, which is about completion and embodiment. I'm sorry, this is actually the Judgment card. No, this is the world. The world in this deck. And then this is one of their extra cards, the truth, which is speaking. So here's the Seven of Cups. You have a very few different cards too that kind of give way to Scorpio, like Scorpio vibe. You also have quite a few of Capricorn and Gemini and Leo. Doesn't really matter, but Seven of Cups, the Crown, which technically this is the World card. It says at the top, completion and embodiment. 21, 3, and the Truth. It says speak at the top. Which the World card, you know, if you add that up, 21 could be 3. So it could be like maybe a cycle ending about a union, like maybe this union, this commitment, or this marriage, or this whatever this is, this commitment. Maybe there's a lot of confusion that this has caused you, or you're now starting to see, you know, all the other options in this world. And maybe you speak a truth, either speak a truth, realize a truth, or hear a truth about a completion of this cycle. Or maybe there's an ending because you're being treated as an option, or you have a lot of options. Somebody else has a lot of options. Maybe a Scorpio has a lot of options. When I asked to clarify this, I got the Tower, another Scorpio card, the High Priestess, Seven of Wands again, the Eight of Wands, and the Five of Swords. So, I feel like I really get this as different for people. I really do. I feel like either, and of course this energy could flip-flop either way. I could be reading for a Scorpio, or I'm sorry, a Sagittarius, and maybe, you know, this is being done to a Sagittarius, or this could be the energy of a cross watcher, or whatever. You apply this energy wherever it fits in your life, whatever, how much of it, or wherever it fits, or to who it fits. Some of it may apply, none of it may apply, all of it may apply. We all know the drill. I feel like either you realize now that you have other options in your life that you want to fulfill, and you want to complete this cycle, and you are thinking about speaking the truth on it. This is what you're thinking about, but you haven't fully done it yet because you're still sitting in this mode. I mean, maybe it really like scares you, or you're still not totally sure. And this is like a secret, you know, that you haven't really said yet, because you're going to have to, you know, really defend yourself. So you haven't really taken action on it yet, because, you know, it's just going to cause a lot of this energy of just bickering back and forth. Nobody really wins, just, you know, saying stuff just to say stuff and hurt other people. Like a lot of childlike or egoic conversation. Or this has been done to you, maybe. Like maybe someone else has told you, you know, they either don't want this anymore, or they have a lot of options, or they want to be with somebody else, or something. They want to end this cycle, and this has been a tower moment for you, or it could have been a tower moment for somebody else. And this is a secret they finally let out to you, or you found out that maybe they have someone else, like maybe they have a mistress, maybe they have secrets, and they are being defensive, and there's just a lot of quick action and communication that is just a whole lot of like nobody wins, and just saying it like just to say it, like or somebody going to like any lengths just to win. There is no logical conversation or nobody being on the same page. It's just very childlike and competitive just to see who could win. I think that's really what's in your thoughts, and why it is because you know it's going to be a tower moment. Or you've already found this out and it's been your tower moment. But this is why it's in your thoughts, is because of all these energies with the Tower, the High Priestess, the Seven of Wands, the Eight of Wands, and the Five of Swords. If this is done to you, then I think this energy is you being very anxious about the change that this has brought to your life and the imbalance. If this is what's causing you to want to bring that truth to somebody else, then this is you thinking about trying to make the decision on how, whether you want to say this, how to do it in a balanced way, and you're kind of undecided about it, and it's really, really getting to you. In your likely future, you have the Ten of Swords, which says finality. So I do think this situation comes to an end. I mean, I don't really know what else to say about that. I mean, I think it's explained a little bit more in your likely outcome, because you're sitting here right now with the Nine of Swords. And then in your likely future, you have the Ten of Swords. And I'll show you in a little bit, but in your likely outcome, you have the Ace of Swords. So it provides you that additional sword that brings you from the Nine of Swords to the Ten of Swords. So how you see yourself is you have the Seven of Wands. Again, like just you're seeing yourself as defensive. You're trying to really stand up for yourself and what you want. You're trying to really have courage about this. Yeah, courage up at the top. Trying to really have courage in taking action for this and sticking in what you want. And like this guy almost has like an energy vortex around him. So it's like trying to do this and just staying in your own energy and staying in your own flow and not letting other people kind of bring you down. Like bring you out of your own zone that you've just recently, like, or not recently, like a little while ago, I guess, went into. How others see you or what's in your outcome, or I'm sorry, your environment, is you have the Queen of Discs or the Queen of Pentacles. So they might either see you as being very supportive of them. I don't know. You might have somebody who's very supportive around you. What I mostly get from this, though, is that either you might have somebody around you who's just detached and they're mostly just focused on their money. They're mostly focused on possession or earthly type things. And or others are seeing you as maybe you're focusing on getting your money up too. Like maybe someone else is focusing on getting their money up and you might be focusing on getting your money up. But I also get this as people now starting to see you like you found your value again. Your own value, what you value, what you want, getting, working on getting like your stability back. It kind of looks like this fish is like jumping away from her though, so I don't know, like maybe you're letting go of something that at once you caught or was of abundance or value to you, but it's no longer anymore. Or whatever is in this situation, they're a slippery fish. Like you're just tired of trying to hold on to them. To clarify this, the cards that came out were the Two of Swords, the Seven of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles, the Page of Wands, the Three of Wands, and the Six of Wands. So I get this as somebody who's kind of really stuck, trying to decide. They're trying to use their intuition or go within. And they're trying to see about where they put their investment. What do they really want? What is the next good plan to go forward from here that's really going to give them? Like, are they getting a good return on their investment? Where do I want to go from here and put in work in? Like, this is the Seven of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles. So together they would be the Eight of Pentacles. But really taking the time to decide and having patience to look over where you've put your energy and your value before, and how has it returned to you? Has it returned well? Has that been a good investment? Do you want to keep putting it there? Where do you want to put your energy now? And it's like you figured it out. You decided where you now want to put it. Like you're getting this, like here's this Ace of Wands, you know, like here's your inspiration that you got. You now know where you want to put it. And you're even going from the Two of Wands to the Three of Wands. And you know, and, you know, you're waiting. Six of Wands. It's like you before here in your recent past got an idea. You got some type of inspiration. And you knew that it would lead you to this Six of Wands. And it's like you now know, like you're grounded in this decision. You're being patient with it, like you're secure in it. Almost wondering what is this Six of Wands for you? Like you figured something out. You took time to figure out where you wanted to invest your time, and you figured it out, and now you're like looking forward, but you're waiting on your ships to come in. Something that's going to bring you victory. I don't know if it's you being you. It could be an increase in money, in a salary, in a job. It could be this situation ending. Maybe it's you clearing all this indecisive energy out. You know, your hopes and fears is the Devil card. And desire, like What do you desire? Like, for some people, it's something really work-related. It could be you working together, either at work or working together in this union or another union. You have a lot of cards about patience. Like, I just looked and you have another one about patience. But you also have a lot about financial stuff. So, I think some of you are waiting on something financially, and that's also too the Queen of Pentacles is somebody who maybe has upped their finances, or like she's put a lot of work in. He has put a lot of work in. What is the Six of Wands? What does Sagittarius want and waiting for? I think it goes about different ways, but you're wanting the end of a burdening cycle. You want there to be action to end the cycle. You want the end of this cycle. Whether it's at work or in this relationship or whatever, you're tired of truths not being told, of feeling stuck, of feeling like you're the only one putting into this or any love into this, and like nobody else is investing what you are. Just injustices, like you want the end of this cycle. Like, that's, I think you figured out that that's where you want to put your energy, is in ending this cycle, because you're not getting a good investment on your return. You'd rather put it into work, or you would rather, you want to put it into things that make you feel like the Queen of Pentacles, that make you feel like the Six of Wands. You want to focus your energy on things that make you feel good, not things that make you feel weighed down and burdened. You want to focus on you, and you're more grounded of a sign, which is really good for a fire sign, but you still got to have your fire. You don't want to go too much, earthy. So in your hopes and fears, like I said, you have the Devil card, the desire, and this is about money too. So, maybe you're focusing on things with money. These people, like, once here's their head and this one's upside down, you're probably desiring balance. And to clarify the Devil card, which could be codependency. Maybe you don't want to have to depend on people for money anymore. Maybe you're feeling stuck in the situation because of money. But to clarify that, you have the Nine of Cups. You have the Hermit, you have the Four of Swords, and you have the Moon. So I think there's, you going after what you want and what makes you happy. You have two cards of the Nine of Cups, of what you want, and going on your self-discovery journey, like continuing this Hierophant energy that has just initiated this within you. And taking a time out to look into who you are, what you really want, and how you feel. You could also be having someone around you that you feel, it could be you or another person, has this devilish energy. Somebody who's codependent. Maybe they have addictions, overindulgent issues, which either it's you or them or both. with either gambling, sex, drugs, alcohol, lying, just not being able to survive on their own or whatever. But somebody just being very egoic and worried about themselves and very secluded and withdrawn and in their own thoughts and their secrets. Like you also have the High Priestess up here with the secrets. This reading doesn't feel like definitely one way to me. So this probably applies to different people in different ways. But I think you're also wanting things to be illuminated to you about what you really want, but also what's going on around you, and you want truths. But I think you also fear what's going on and what will be illuminated. But you're definitely on a search to try to figure it out. I almost get this vibe that you, and if this is a person around you, for the people that this is a person or a relationship, I almost get this vibe that the same thing that you're wanting is the same thing they're wanting. Like, I think both of you are wanting to go on your own journeys. And maybe you guys have been in a type of codependent relationship or almost feeling stuck together for either money or financial circumstances or kids, like things having to do with family or things having to deal with society and patterns and like societal pressures and what's right and what's wrong, and just money, children, how society is going to view this, whether you'll still be seen as a failure or not. Just restrictions. I think you both want to be released from this restriction, this bind, which this is all an illusion. It's all in your head. I mean, I know society puts certain things out there, but you're the only one making it real in your reality, just so you know that. I get the part about your kids, that part, you know, you still have to be there for you, because a lot of people are like, oh, we'll stick together for the kids, but yes, it shows virtues of like working things out and having responsibility, but they see that stuff. Like, kids are so emotionally sensitive and they haven't developed their logical thinking yet, like the human growth and development. It hasn't happened yet. So they're all in their emotions and they're all in the about me stage, which actually a lot of adults got stuck in, actually. But so they think everything is about them because of them, and they can't rationalize what's going on with people. Like, they think adults have it all figured out and all this stuff, and not realizing that adults are just kids in adult bodies trying to figure it out too. If anything, they now know less than kids do, because they've got burdens that they've held on to through life that have like tainted their perception of things, because they've just got, like, they haven't learned to take the lessons and let the rest go. But so now these kids are seeing that, like, oh, this is how a relationship should be, you know, instead of explaining it and knowing that it might cause things, but you'll just be with them and guide them and be honest with them over time, and that they'll figure it out too, because their logic side will kick in. So, and that you can show them what either a healthy relationship should look like, because maybe you both are being stuck from fully maturing on your paths, because this codependency is stopping both of you. You can't do it while being around each other. It's hindering both of your guys' growth. And not only that, but I think you're kind of growing in different ways. Who knows if it'll come back together, but right now I think you're both hindering each other's growth. And you know, it's also showing your kids the lessons of being responsible enough too that sometimes you have to do things you don't want to do, and also to be there for yourself and love yourself, and to really not sell yourself short. You know, for nobody. Like, you can't really be there really for your kids, even if you're not able to be there for yourself, if you have no fire or no love to give, because this is just depleting you. They will end up understanding, whether you stay with this person or leave this person, your kids are going to go through stuff and misprocessings anyways. You could be like the most amazing parent in the most amazing relationship, and just so much time to give, and just everything's just perfect, and they're still going to misprocess things because their logical mind hasn't kicked in yet, and they're in the more egoic, like, all about me phase. Yes, you can help that by being present with them and loving and hearing and wanting to hear their stuff, but either way, they're going to misprocess things. You might as well give them the best chance and to lead by example. Like, would you ever want your child to stay in a situation like this? And I get all of you might not have children, this might not apply, but would you ever want your child to be in a situation like this? Would you ever want them to feel the way that you feel? You probably wouldn't, right? I mean, some of you might be like, you know, really stuck into this religion, spirituality thing, and be like, well, it's what's right. It's under, you know, the thing of God and whatever, that's your thing. But I personally would never want my child to feel stuck. Yes, I would want to teach them about responsibility and discipline and owning their actions and going within and knowing who they are, so they're making educated decisions and not running from things just because it triggers or helps them grow. You know, there's a balance between things triggering for you to grow and triggering for you to be like, okay, this doesn't belong in my life, and it's finding that balance. And if both of you are not having this balance, or this balance, then you are additionally teaching your kids not to be able to learn that balance. So maybe it's also about, you know, money, not only paying the bills, but child support, lawyers. I don't know. In your likely future, you have Ace of Swords, which has realization. So you either have some realization, or you speak some truth, or some truth comes to you. I asked to clarify this, and which, by the way, this is the other sword that adds to this 9 of Swords that brings this 10 of Swords. So something does come about to cause that 10 of Swords. That's what I was trying to figure out, like, what is that? And I tried to do 2 cards, and the first one that came up was gaining a lot of money. So it could be some people got a better job or a raise or a bonus that allowed this to happen. It could be you found out somebody had a gambling issue. You could find out somebody was like taking your money, or you just realized what would make you so happy is gaining a lot of money, and you decided it would be ending the cycle. Either way, when I clarified further, I got widower and despair. Also underneath is Lord, room, joyfulness, constancy. Maybe somebody went to the army or got a payout from the army. I don't really know. But I feel for some people, this probably isn't a lot, but they got money from somewhere, and it was money that was not worked for. So somebody might have had somebody, either they got some type of inheritance, or somebody might have passed around them, and then that brought them money. It could also just be, I don't know, like you gained a lot of money or something really, really made you happy. And it just made you like, I get that somebody, whoever did pass, there's a good likelihood that this person was a very big, it was a very big part of your life. Like a very, not only stable, but a comforting part of your life. Almost a part that's, like you have military person, house, stability, living room, a room that, you know, you feel comfortable in, bereavement. So it could be the ending of the cycle, but it could be literally the passing of somebody that gave this situation or the family situation the type of footing or stability it did. Maybe even the reason that this situation stayed together, the pushing that like maybe helped with this family pattern of this staying together. And, you know, hopefully nobody does. Like if you do get money from that or something else, you know, really watch that and make sure nobody comes in and takes a little bit of that money, whether it's this other person, make sure it's split evenly, or make sure you really protect that, because I have two cards here of somebody taking money. But either way, it could be, you know, maybe this passing caused some type of despair and somebody just wasn't really doing well with it, or it just really bothered them and they kind of had to like get away for a while. Like short-term illness, theft, meetings, like, and then you have main person. You know, maybe that's what's happening too, is that somebody's sad. But either way, a truth has come out, whether it's something that makes you feel really good or some type of truth about some type of addiction came out, some type of, you know, betrayal or thievery. And probably for a small amount of you, somebody may have passed, because I get a lot of references about money here. So it could be work situation, raises, bonuses, new job. Some might be an inheritance, somebody passing and getting money from that. Either way, watch your money, because there is kind of different vibes about somebody being sneaky about money. I asked to explain a little bit more on the career side. This could go in any way, but there's patience, healer of the ages, and financial constraints. So it's saying like kind of have faith in the situation and have patience, because this situation is being looked after and resolved. So this financial constraint situation will be helped. And maybe that's you knowing that, like maybe this is the message you receive, is that, you know, maybe the financial constraint was one of the biggest reasons that kept you in this situation, in this job, in this relationship. And that's what caused a lot of this indecision, because you were waiting on good things to come. You wanted to explore other avenues. Like you wanted to go outside of this gate and see what else was in the world. And you wanted to find like either more money, the door to value, what you really like. You wanted to find your abundance, cornucopia, you know? Maybe even another man who makes a good amount of money, another woman who makes a lot of money. I think just you also really being able to take care of yourself. So I think there's a lot of factors, but obviously the financial part is definitely a big one, I think. And it's saying to have patience. Like you have worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. So I get like, be patient. Like there's either more things to wrap up here, or the financial part is being worked on with the healer of the ages. You are going to get whether it's something you've worked for or in some way, like something is helping you out to give you this little push to like help you move forward. But I think maybe one of the reasons it's being held up, maybe besides the finances or even because of the finances, is to really help you go about things in a way where you have more stuff to wrap up in this situation, maybe about forgiving more and learning more and healing family issues. Maybe there's more to learn here karmically that is teaching you about yourself and your own family issues and wounds. I get the vibe that maybe some of you in this situation really had a lot of passion with this person. There was a lot of chemistry. I think it moved really fast. And maybe some stuff happened before you guys really got to know each other. Like maybe you got pregnant, you know, really fast within this relationship before you could really like see this person for like who they really were. Like they made you really happy. It was fiery. It was passionate. There was a lot of chemistry. You guys did have good times. But I just feel, I get this vibe for some of you that it wasn't that long after that stuff got really serious. Like more serious than it should have been, whether that was planned or not. I mean, and that's very much like a codependent type pattern going on. And there's a lot of patterns here. Like I get that this is a very karmic relationship in a lot of ways. This is meant to show you a lot of things, not only about yourself and about forgiving and learning, but also about healing issues within this and with this person and with yourself, but also with your own parents. Not only that, but this situation, and if you actually look at this in a grateful state, but in a lesson learning way, and you can do this healing work while you're still in it. I know it might be hard if you're feeling really stuck or depending on how this person is, but this situation is trying to get you to look at yourself, your own healing and your patterns, so that you can really call in and bring in your next soulmate. And that could be a healthier situation that, you know, you guys really do get to know each other first. But in a lot of these cards you guys have, like, it's just like, I don't know, the woman is really trying and the guy is just cold. So it's learning about yourself, learning about the patterns and the lessons of why it was this way. So then that way you could take the lesson and let the rest go, and you could remain playful. You know, you can love yourself first, be loving with your friends. You can decide what you really, really want now that you really know yourself, and you can express yourself in a way that really gives your relationship a chance in the future. And you could be optimistic about your love life because, you know, you're healing this codependency issues. And then that also makes it where you're not holding on to your ex and the negative energy from that, because you see it as what it was. This isn't something for you to like hate this person or this situation or to hold hard feelings about it. This was really to teach you a lesson and let you know, like, you deserve love. You are loved. Like, enjoy this time that you were together and be grateful for it, because if you can really keep an open mind about it and why it was here and all the great things it gave you and be grateful for those lessons, it will free you. It will free you not only from yourself, it will free you from society, it will free you and help you break through the matrix, it will help you expand like every Sagittarius does, but it will help you in your next relationship. I mean, you might literally have, like, you know, this might be clearing your path for somebody with a really strong, soulful, soul tie relationship coming your way. You have reconciliation and past life relationship. Someone from your past has returned into your life and you have known each other before. Like, maybe this was very karmic in order to, you know, help you kind of do your thing, learn your lessons, put you on your right path, and then, you know, you separate, and then you attract in the people you're supposed to. But now you know how to read signs. Now you know how to look at red flags. And now you know how to get to know each other first and take it slower and not be codependent and just rush in. Like, you know how to have emotional fulfillment for yourself. And that really helps you in your work life. That really helps you how to really find people who are willing to cooperate with you. They also give you a level of respect. You know, when you love and respect yourself, you find people who are going to love and respect you too. And this all gave you like a different shift in perspective. It really taught you a lot about self-love and ascending, I believe. You have, for your oracle card, Ancient, Ancestry, Egypt, Magical Inheritance. What I get from this card is about seeing your patterns. Where did you come from? What patterns led you to where you are right now, from your parents, from before them? Just look at your lineage and where that led to where you are right now, so that you know what to clear in your ancestral line, what patterns to stop. You know, then you have ecstasy, yielding, rapture, and bliss. Like, this is about somebody who usually they're very much in control, and they love being able to give themselves over to somebody and be able to really trust in that and release that control. Which could be in like a sexual kind of way, kind of find that ecstasy, bliss off. Normally you're the one in control and someone else controlling you. Like, maybe this person has really controlled you and made you forget who you were. And in a way you kind of liked it. You liked giving up that control for a little while, but then it was like too much. It was out of balance. And it made you forget who you were. And this card is really talking about, yeah, that's a great feeling, but make sure you're doing it with somebody who deserves that trust, deserves that respect, and is somebody you can trust with it. And in the meantime, before you find that person, you should first and foremost do that to yourself and whatever you believe in, whatever higher power, whether it's your own spirituality or whatever. And that'll help align you with somebody that now you can have that with a person. And when you're able to give yourself up to them, you know, vulnerability-wise, sexuality-wise, life-wise, just all of that, you'll be able to align better and know and be able to decipher whether it's somebody who really is going to take that honor responsibly and honorably and honestly and with loyalty, but that, like, they deserve that. Like, that they deserve that part of you. Some of you might be having a hard time with this too, because like you might have gotten pregnant. Maybe you haven't been together that long, or maybe haven't been together that long, got pregnant really soon, or it doesn't even matter how long, or you got pregnant again, you have other children, and you're like, oh my God, like this just made it worse. And you're already worried about money. Is this going to be able to work? And, you know, it's about finding that head and heart balance. Try to stay joyful through the situation. Don't let your fire completely get burnt out. And if you look, like, here's the 9 of Wands, here's the 10 of Wands, and here's Courage in the middle. So this says exhaustion. This 10 of Wands says about suppression, like his head is just amongst all this crap. But in between these two unlikely situations, see how horrible he looks? Let's see this one. In between these two unlikely situations, something beautiful grew. Something grew in the most unlikely place that took just the right combination of environmental situations or elements, whatever, that something grew in an unlikely place or situation. So I think what this is trying to say is that, which I think you actually have another card confirming this, is even though this looks like a lot, even though it looks crazy and rugged, you know, all this stuff, and maybe it's been a while and it's really wore you down and whatever, it's a lot going on, there is better things that are coming for you. There are beautiful things that are growing from this, especially the stuff that's growing within yourself and who you are and finding yourself. But even beyond that, it's also helping improve, like, your courage. Like, it's helping you find who you are. It's helping you grow again, and also things in your life. It's helping you get out of your mind and listen to your intuition a little bit more. I think this is really a karmic situation from something in a past life to let go of, and it's about going within, resting, and listening to who you are. And kind of now, you just now know what you want. You're grounded, you're connected to things, you have a higher level of consciousness. You know, you see all possibilities better. You're more in alignment with yourself, spirituality, the creator, other people. Just don't let this coming apart take you down. Like this relationship coming apart. It is going to be a tower moment for you and the other person. I see that. And just don't get too stuck in the past. If you have to think a little bit about it, then do that. But don't get too... Like it's about taking this earthly, lower vibrational stuff that I think this karmic relationship was all about, and connecting back to yourself, source, the universe, grounding yourself, higher level of consciousness, seeing things from a higher perspective. It's about helping you connect again. Helping you trust. And you having a rebirth, enlightenment, celebration. Like, you will have a type of rebirth from this situation. Just choose to see this in a positive way. That's what this card is about, yeah. Choose to see this in a positive way. And for what this was for. Don't let it bring you down or be in a victim mentality about it, because you can choose how you can see this situation for yourself. I'll be right back. Hold on. Hey guys. Okay, I'm back. I don't remember what I was saying. I think I was wrapping it all up in that. But yeah, you guys can decide how to look at this. I'll read this card to you. It's hope, anticipation, bright prospects, wish. Well, I guess I'll just read I'll tell you the two perspectives you could take. Your ability to create possibilities in a seemingly hopeless and difficult situation brings out the best in others, which has a strong ripple effect. You have manifested change through this hopefulness. Or you can, without hope, you lose heart. If hope feels futile for you, know that the act of hoping or choosing to believe there are still reasons to look forward with optimism will create a more positive outcome than what you are looking at in the present moment. So I think what's crossing you, like exactly like your thing was like all this change, the decision to make, being in your head about it, like it's just causing you just not good things going on for you. And what's crossing you is this, like having faith, the star card. And the star is also about hope. It's just telling you to really just be hopeful and look at this from a positive light. You don't have to put on a don't let whoever else is around you, or if somebody is bringing you like negativity to this situation, you don't have to fall in line with that. But you could still have look at this in a positive situation and the lessons it's going to bring you and the growth that it's going to bring you. This expansion that every Sagittarius wants. and just not have expectations. I mean, if it ends up working out, it does. I don't think it is, at least not right now. And to be honest, I don't really know if you really want it to anymore. But this is helping better your future, or if you have kids, your kids' future, or if you rise up and rise to this. I mean, this Hierophant, the Tauruses and Hierophants are about taking spiritual lessons and pulling them to the earthly realm and manifesting them in a physical way to help people out. So this could literally be you learning these lessons, finding out who you are, and giving back, and finding like maybe even like a mission, like a soul mission you had, or your purpose or whatever, and this having a ripple effect. Also looking at it as you have a lot of things about letting go. Sovereignty, independence, free spirit. Like you finding who you are, breaking free from these chains. You know, this, I have a feeling there was a level of control in this relationship, and it gives you back that sovereignty, that free spirit. I think this level of control, maybe even manipulation or codependency or whatever, has really made you lose, or in the past you lost a lot of your fire. And this is going to assist you in giving it back. That, I mean, this like has Sagittarius written all over it. Free will. This is going to help bring you back to who you are. And don't give in to, you know, the pressure of peers. Like you have the consuming family, pressure of peers. Don't allow these societal or patterns or roles or expectations of, you know, if this relationship doesn't work, you failed. If you've been at this job for a while and you left it, it's like, what are you doing? You put so much time into that. Or, oh, they had a good, you know, package or whatever. Like, no, this is about you and what you want and finding you, and not letting this family situation or pressure or societal patterns consume you. Maybe religious things, constrictions, like, you know, that just whole outdated stuff that's ready to change in this world. And you have a prize, recovery, comeback. Like I said, it's like a death and a rebirth for you. Sacrifice, renunciation, offering, letting go, death rite, saying goodbye, formal occasion, honoring lives, her last day in the light, unexpected endings, surprise changing, sudden shifts. Yeah, like this is an ending. It might be of just a cycle. I don't really get that. I think this was a very karmic situation, and it was here to help you. So just take the lessons from it. Also, you know, don't look at this person in a nasty light, even if they did bring a lot of bad stuff. I don't know if it was you, them, it might have been both or none. But just know that this was karmic for both of you guys. And now learning who they are. You guys both might want different things and realize that. And hopefully you guys stop trying to put your will on each other and just accept it as it is. Get to know each other, treasure your loved ones, listen with your heart, be authentic to who you are, demonstrate love, practice compassion, love who you are. Like, I think it's about, like, now you really know who this person is, and you could still love them for who they are, even though your guys' ideas and what you just didn't really match up. You both walked into this in a situation you shouldn't have walked in that way. And you know it. Like, I think this went really too quickly. Red flags were passed. Like, you guys were just not looking in the right thing. Sagittarius, July 2018, please. And it's now asking you to remember who you are and be authentic to who you are. But act out of love. Don't act out of fear. Don't act out of hate. Don't act out of vengefulness. You know, have compassion. Love who you are. Show love. Offer love. Just be love. Don't let this situation scorn you. And then you have intuition. Trust your own understanding. Clear out the old. Open your heart and keep your dreams alive. But yeah, listen to your intuition. Trust your understanding. You know exactly what to do. You need to clear some stuff out. You need to clear out old patterns. You need to clear out this cycle. And this is happening to help you heal and kind of heal and open your heart again. Heal some old wounds. Speak your truth. Exactly like I said, Christ Cola, I'm not going to read this, but it's about speaking your truth, but it's also about healing. It's a very healing card as well. Oh, crap. I don't know if I'm going to read all these. We'll see. I don't know. Just don't worry yourself too much about it. This will unfold the way it's supposed to. Your money situation is healing and getting better. Just be in the present moment. Don't worry too much about the future. Don't think about the past. Take the lessons. Let the rest go. Don't hold it against this person. Like, you guys both, like I said, walked into this situation, and you know what I mean? Like, you both had a part in this. Don't look at them like, oh, you wasted my time. Oh, you destroyed my life. You know, yes, they might have done stuff wrong. I'm not excusing anything they did or you did, but it just is what it is. It was what it was. You know what I mean? Like, that. I'm just saying, like, have a healthy, healing, loving, compassionate look to it. Just be like, well, you know, this was a big lesson for both of us. You have garnet, passion. I'm not going to keep holding this. A rejuvenating stone believed to protect against evil and terrifying dreams and to attract love. You are a passionate soul with a courageous heart. Be confident and constant. Let go of your inner demons, taboos, inhibitions, and fantasies. Recognize self-sabotage and expand your awareness into all that you can be. Virtue matters to you. You are capable of great devotion to a cause or a relationship and have a strong survival instinct. Yeah, I think devotion to cause was a big one too. And you've been surviving through this. Take action now. A mystery is solved. You probably had a lot of devotion to this too. So don't hold, like, just don't have resentment. Just go. Move forward. Have courage. There is a way out. Turn a crisis into a learning situation. Exactly. If danger approaches, stay calm. You are protected. Be emotionally honest with yourself and others. You may attract a partner for sexual healing. Make no long-term commitment, as it may fizzle out once the purpose is fulfilled. I think that's what this was too. You may attract a partner for sexual healing. Make no long-term commitment, as it may fizzle out once the purpose is fulfilled. Find an appropriate outlet for your passions, emotions, create well-being. I think this situation was a sexual thing that came, and unfortunately, like, whether it was kids, money, codependency on money, any of that, you know, family patterns, all of that, it took a temporary situation and made it into a more permanent one. I think it was karmic. It was here to teach you lessons. I don't think it's something that's here to stay. Also, for things coming in the future, for that sexual energy that rises, you may not want to make this mistake again. Try to find a healthier outlet for it. Just a piece of advice. I know how that goes. You have blue lace agate, self-expression. Connect spirit with intellect, highlighting integrity, and it enhances the ability to communicate effectively what is in your mind and heart. Attune to your inner being to express the fullness of who you are. Be confident when speaking in public, as you have much to share. You may have been silenced in the past. Yeah. Repressing thoughts and feelings causes throat problems, so speak your mind gently, honestly, and clearly. You have the gift of serenity. Use it wisely. Speak your heartfelt truth with integrity and confidence. Do not fear being judged. Expect news shortly and keep lines of communication open. Events unfold slowly. Return to basics and start again if necessary. Focus your mind and open your intuition. Your life will be long and happy, except your sensitive side. Expressing yourself fully releases neck and shoulder tension, thyroid deficiencies, and throat or lymphatic infections. Nirvana quartz, enlightenment. That's what I was saying. You're going to get, you have gained some enlightenment. I don't know if you're getting more, but assist in stepping off the karmic wheel. Exactly. This is a karmic situation. and it's time to get off. It has run its course. There is nothing left. Well, there's nothing left to learn staying in it. Now you have to get off to learn the other ones. I don't even think you want to stay in it. I think for obligation reasons, codependency reasons, and patterns and societal pressure reasons, I think you do. But if you really ask yourself, this situation is not fulfilling you, and it hasn't fulfilled you in quite a long time. So, stepping off the karmic wheel, bringing light and bliss consciousness. For many lifetimes you have been working with your karma that has now passed. There is no need for restitution, nor punishment or guilt. Let those go so that you recognize your full potential. Receiving a download of cosmic light that transforms your being. Step off the karmic round and allow the karma of grace to manifest. Open yourself to receive enlightenment. Recognize this as a new beginning and a fresh energy. If you are experiencing traumatic times and soul challenges, relax and wait for resolution. Do not push against the river, go with the flow. Karma is created in each moment by every thought and deed. Uplifting thoughts and positive actions ensure your future well-being. And that's what I was saying. You can look at this, as a negative way or as a positive way. If you want to take this as like a poor me kind of way, and I get it's very easy to do, you can create yourself more like further problems and further karma. You might as well look at this as like a positive way. What lessons it came your way, the gratitude of it, and the moving forward with this, with a fresh energy away from this. This was a very stagnant, heavy energy. So that's up to you. All right, one more. Let's see. I think it's about like feminine healing or something. The wise feminine mentalite. This may not be for males, but I don't know. It has a profound connection with Earth, the wise feminine, and priestess power. Yeah, because you have the Queen of Pentacles and the High Priestess. It marks rite of passage through womanhood to wisdom. This was a big, like I said, this is a big karmic lesson for you about you growing up and expanding and learning lessons and maturing you. You are an immortal soul who is an embodiment of the wise feminine. Express this through your body and actions. Go deep into yourself to find your connection to Mother Earth. Sit in her womb of healing. In meditation, you heal your soul. Push aside fear and remember that transitions are necessary prerequisites for growth. Remember I said don't be in a fearful state, be in a loving state. Put aside fear and remember that transitions are necessary prerequisites for growth. Honor your sacred sexuality. Mark rites of passage joyfully. Remember that sexuality can also be it's a creative energy. Sexual and creativity are the same thing. When we're younger, we think it's only through sex. When we get older and that rises again, it's to show us that we can do something different and better with it that time. So find new outlets to express your sexuality, that creative fire. Find out more who you are, your path, your mission, creativity, like artistic expression, writing, like whatever it is. Okay? Like don't just go to a new person and like have sex or be in a relationship. Or I would heal first, to be honest with you, but that's all you guys. In meditation, you heal your soul. Put aside fear and remember that transitions are necessary prerequisites for growth. Honor your sacred sexuality. Mark rites of passage joyfully. Experience a period of gestation. Exactly. To move would not be beneficial now. Nurture yourself and bide your time. Withdraw into your inner world to accept necessary change. Make your soul whole and find power allies. You know when it's time for rebirth. Maturation is a process of growing wiser. The soul and the heart do not age. Which might be why I was saying like divine timing is at work in your life right now too. And like I said, is because part of you staying here for a minute longer is to help you see it's going to help you see things more clearly. It's going to help give you more closure. You're going to be able to heal family issues better, heal certain patterns. I think your money situation's kind of being healed. I think everything will work itself out better. Like, don't get too bogged down by this, or when is it going to end, or what do I do, or whatever. Like, I think this is all working out for you. I don't think you have to push it. I don't think you have to force it. I mean, you might have to be the one to say something, or they will, but either way, you'll know. Because there's healing to take place here, and there's also getting another person, and also healing means also to be able to look at this person with compassion and have forgiveness and learn from this situation and see them still as a person on their journey and not somebody who was the villain to the story, you know? Because like I said, just as much as this was a learning lesson for you, it very much was for them too. You guys just play different roles in it. It's a dance. So I think that's it. I hope this helped you guys. I hope this gives you some level of peace, you know, to this Nine of Swords energy going on here, is that this is kind of exactly what's supposed to be happening. Everything is working out for you. It is wrapping up. A lot of things will be taken care of. I don't think this situation is supposed to stay, at least not right now, but I just don't. And this is a huge healing thing. Like, take it for the lesson that it is. Heal and pray for this other person too, if you pray or meditate. Because like I said, even though they want the same thing as you, this is what the cards show. You guys are both wanting the same thing, this new journey, this freedom, this feeling good again, because I think you both just don't feel good around each other. It's still going to hurt for both of you. There still were good times at one time. You guys still do have things between you. There were still realities that have to now die or change. There are still parts of yourself that have to change. Like, you're not the only one who's going through this. So I'm just saying, and that doesn't give them any rights to whatever. I'm not saying for you to put your boundaries down or anything like that. I'm saying this as a healing thing, like as a for you thing, you know? So, all right. Well, I hope this helps you guys. Keep your heads up. You guys are coming back in. You guys are going through a process, and you're coming back, and good things are coming. You're just having to go through a little bit of a transition in the meantime, and you're kind of in the middle of it. Not even in the middle of it. You are towards the end of it. The little bittersweet kind of feeling. So, I love you guys. If you guys need any help, let me know. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Let me know if this resonates with you guys. Hit the bell. Thank you for supporting me and my channel. Like, share, subscribe, comment, hit the bell. I'll see you guys soon. I hope you guys have a good July. And have a good transition. Flow. Going with the flow through the eclipses. Yep, that's exactly what I want to say. All right. I love you guys. Bye.